Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Scholars, we're talking about Devil May Cry, the Netflix series, once again, because, funny enough, it was so divisive that we had to talk about it. And when I say divisive, it is infested with grifters and tourists. In fact, we're going to talk about that because they are so upset that the real fans of DMC are calling out this dumpster fire series. In fact, it is so overwhelmingly disliked by the actual gamer community that the critics are out there trying to glaze the hell out of this anime. And it makes sense. This is American made. It's not made by the actual company that made Devil May Cry. It is overly politicalized. It's over just generally. It is American bastardization is what it is. It's not a true blue animation. If you want to watch a real anime based on the game, watch the original, which I believe is this one right here. Yeah, watch the original. This is a good representation of what's core to Devil May Cry. I'm going to turn the music off because we have background music. But yeah, we have representation of Dante and some of the core characters. See, we got Lady right here, who's, by the way, total badass. Still the badass we know and love. By the way, this anime is also canon. It's actually canon, by the way. Trish, which we're probably going to expect that to see Trish in the Netflix future. We'll see it. But yeah, everything about Dante. By the way, I'm pretty sure this is based off Devil May Cry 1 Dante, which is more serious based. And then when he gets older, he gets more chill. But yeah, look at, here we go. We got Lady. Does she look like the over masculine bastardization of her in the Netflix series? No. But is she out there stripping down in lingerie? No, she's just hot and badass. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about how grifters are invading Devil May Cry. And listen to the thing. I'm always fond of my a series of games or shows that people are loving. I love when new fans get involved. What I hate is when people try to bastardize the spirit of something I love. And we've seen absolute. Here's a perfect example. Halo, which took a fan favorite franchise and bastardized it into their own view. And you're going to see a theme here, by the way. When you take something that's beloved and then you try to murder the essence of it, no one fucking likes it. Which is why no one liked the Halo series. By the way, it was given 2 series or 2 seasons, I believe. And guess what? After the second one, it was canceled. Who would have thunk? It was canceled. Let's see. I'm very curious. How was season 2 taken? Was it improved? Oh, it was improved, but not good enough. 70%, not good enough. And you could see there's going to be a trend with critics versus actual audiences. Talking about Devil May Cry, let's look at the actual series. Who would have thought? It has a 62 rating. It is dog shit. It is not liked by the actual audience. It is being bastardized. Of course, critics love it because, again, it's American bastardized garbage. It is just American garbage. That's what it is. Which is funny because there are people who are excited for season 2. I knew it was going to happen because Netflix makes multiple seasons. Like, this was probably already in the works. Let's take a moment to thank Hate Watchers for making this possible watch. Without them, this could have not happened. Second most watched cartoon on Netflix after Arcane. No one's working harder for Adi Shankar's success in the industry than them. I know this is a hard pill to swallow, but fans of Devil May Cry were probably one of the first people to turn this thing on. I know I was. We were the first ones to watch it because we're fans. And then we watched the whole thing and we realized, man, this is dog shit. So of course it's going to have high ratings because real fans wanted to see something that they were hoping was going to be good. We'll get to this in a minute. Yeah, so here's a perfect example. People are like, this thing is, everything here is great. But like, I heard this was dumpster fire. I've watched the first season, was amazing. Yeah, these two, this was amazing. Arcane was amazing. Dumpster fire. We'll get to this in a minute. I will say that a lot of people are shitting on this guy. And yes, I do think he bastardized the series. I don't think that they should have ever gave him the title creator of Devil May Cry. He didn't create shit. However, I will say he's a cool dude. Whether he butchered my favorite character or not, at least he obviously cares about Devil May Cry. Now, you could argue maybe he's just doing that to show off his creation. I don't care. It's cringe, but that's the kind of shit I get into. I don't care if it's cringe. I get into this shit. Like, cool. Cosplay all day, baby. Cosplay all day. I find it funny. Because people are talking about how it's getting so much hate because it follows a different canon in the game as well. Just enjoy it. And we have 20 years ago, Ruben Langan and the Capcom mocap team absolutely shit on anything the anime even attempts. And that's the thing. If you watch the anime, Dante is literally the weakest bitch ever. But then we watch Devil May Cry 3. Just the intro cutscene. And we'll talk about something that happens in anime. Let's just watch this. This is Dante. Dude's got demons all over him. This is the real Dante. And throughout the entire Netflix adaptation, Dante's just being bullied by demons constantly. He's being bullied by humans the entire fucking time.
This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
This is the Dante we love. And this is a young, cocky Dante, by the way. You gotta love it.
Don't bet on it.
That's Dante. Not the garbage shit can that they made. The bitch pull that got literally bullied the entire time. Not this asshole. Not this guy. Granted, he is fighting a big baddie, but let's be honest, the entire time he's getting his ass kicked nonstop. The entire time. Just getting his ass kicked. Let's go. I made my video and I got a couple people that I just want to bring up. Let's look at a couple of these comments. The new show is great and good, and it's before DMC3 telling you some backstory. I'm afraid to tell this person. You can tell they're a grifter because anyone who actually plays the games knows that this is not canonical. This didn't happen before DMC3 because Virgil wasn't taken over by Mundus. So there's a good example of people in the comment section trying to defend this TV show. Here's another one. People getting mad at Dante portrayal is kind of weird considering even in the games, he has as much death as a puddle of water. Really, neither are any of the stories in the games cause, let's be honest, they're all pretty fucking stupid, but the difference is that they were self-aware how stupid it was. The show plays it too straight and serious that it ends up being goofier than it needed to be. And I know that person was trying to like be critical of the show, and I'm just gonna say that even if that's the case, they did obviously never played the actual game, because here's Devil May Cry 5.
Interesting.
We want to talk about how there's no character, no depth to the game when you play the series and it builds into the story. By the way, it actually has a story.
Oh, brother. You cut off your own son's arm for more power, and you still lost.
Enough, damn it! The underworld is taking over. We need to do something before it's too late.
By the way, this had more urgency and threat than the entire Netflix series. Just so we all know, they didn't feel like there was any real threat at all in the Netflix series, but you immediately feel the threat here.
He's right.
I take that back. At the very, very end, when demons invade Earth, yeah, there was definitely some. Which is weird that they, as soon as you just close the portal, they all just vaporized, which I don't think actually happens when you close the portal. But again, we're just talking about semantics. Let's just get to the character story.
Hey, you lost, so you better do what he says.
I can still fight. But if those roots continue to spread through town, it'll just interfere with our business.
Now, that's the smartest thing I've ever heard you say. Better hurry up. We still got a score to settle.
Evidently.
Wait! Where are you going?
We need to sever the Clifod roots from the underworld itself. Then we'll seal the portal with the Yamato.
Hang on. If you do that, you can't come back.
Why do you think I'm going? Somebody's got to keep an eye on your old man.
You can't just expect me to stay here while you both go.
It's because you're here we can go. We're trusting you with things on this side. Capiche?
And so people are saying that there's no detail to the story, which there is. If you played the games, you know that there's emotional interactions. There's actual threats. There's actual like family drama. There's actual character development that isn't just Dante getting his ass kicked the entire thing and then Lady being a total bitch the entire time. And then we have, demon refugees, which by the way, people are fucking stupid saying, why is that so bad? Because fucking Sparta was the one in a million who literally stood against the Demon King. Demons are supposed to be evil. Why does everything have to be about demons have to be the good guys? Literally Sparta being the only good demon who then rebelled against the entire demon race and protected all of humanity, then fell in love with a human and had kids, was the most unique development to the demon race. And then Dante influencing Trish, who was a pure demon. It just people who are grifters and don't even know the actual Devil May Cry lore and the reason for, like, how can you accept that we have American influence? Which, by the way, Devil May Cry has never been like it's American and Russian. None of that bullshit mattered. You had humanity, sure, but it was mostly humans who are main characters, and then the villains that were using demonic power to rule the world. But it was never about humanity and America invading hell like it's Vietnam. Like, I can't wait for season 2 where Virgil does 9/11. Like, blasting Green Day and Invasion of Hell. Seriously. Yeah, and it's so bad that grifters are so upset that people have such a negative, and it's doing such a bad job. Like, grifters are seething at this. They are so upset that it is doing such a bad job in reception wise that they are now attacking the games. As I mentioned, they're attacking, saying the story is bad, which we're talking about Devil May Cry 2. You are absolutely correct. I think everyone can agree Devil May Cry 2, probably the worst. Like, if you have the family line, Devil May Cry 2 is going to be at the bottom. It's going to be at the bottom, right? It wasn't the best. And if you were to remove it from the storyline canon, it wouldn't have any impact to the overall story. But what's the double-edged blade here is that grifters like to use this as the example of why the games are bad. When you look at every other game, though, wow, Devil May Cry the original, very well received. Wow, Devil May Cry 3, well received. Wow, Devil May Cry 4, also well received. 4 and then 5, well received. Do you see the pattern of what's going on here? It's well received versus the actual anime. But here's the thing. There's a pattern, right? Devil May Cry, the anime series, is kind of like a reboot of the story. And it is so god awful. And if they want to talk about how Devil May Cry, the game, is such a bad plot, bad story, you know what? They're correct. Because the reboot was fucking ass. It was so ass that they dropped it. And do you see a pattern here? Critics loved it, but the audience didn't. And guess what happens? Audience speaks louder than critics. That's why we never got this bastardization again. And instead, we got Devil May Cry 5, the beautiful bacon footage. In fact, people are so desperate to come off as non-drifters. Here we have, hasn't played the game. It shows you're a tourist. You haven't even played Devil May Cry. I have it 100% better than you. And they showcase the game.
2, hopefully 3, maybe I can get to Cerberus in the 3rd mission and beat him within the time of my new Devil May Cry Netflix AMV, which you should definitely check out. So, we'll be listening to this.
So, it should be noted that easy mode, which the operator are unlocked, can only be unlocked by dying in normal 3 times. It should be also noted that hard mode, which OP hasn't unlocked, can only be unlocked by beating the game in normal mode. So this guy hasn't even beat the game. And they're trying to say that he hasn't played the game. You haven't played the game. This is how desperate grifters are. They're trying to I have played the game. It's the Netflix series so great. Literally hasn't even unlocked hard mode. Didn't even beat the game. Devil May Cry 3, which a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Netflix is like Devil May Cry 3. It is hilarious how bad and desperate people are, grifter-wise, to try to act like they know what they're talking about when they don't. I hate this art style change for the rabbit's backstory because it's so emotionally manipulative. Look at these cute demon folk just trying to survive in their cute, defenseless ways. It totally make you want to side with the genocidal madman who thinks opening up the demon realm will be a net positive for them, as the humans will just have to sort it out. And this is the thing. This is the shitty part. Devil May Cry was never about refugees and good demons. It was just about Dante beating evil bastards. But this is trying to make you feel sorry for the big bad villain. Like he's a misunderstood guy. Like he's not a bad guy, really. Humans are the bad. Dante's the bad guy. Humans just so bad. Human bad. Like, I don't know who in their right mind, and no fan, by the way, really likes this anime, where we invade hell and we start killing a nation of good demons. I'm sorry. This is fucking shit. It's okay. You're not a real fan. Move on. No one's forcing you to watch it. Again, that's the people. They're so desperate. They're so desperate. And I want to point out that they're so desperate. When you call them out, they start seething. Here's another one. This one, I love this one. Mr. Game, doubt it seeing as you have no idea who I am. Stop hating and living your delusion. Sorry you're so up they didn't want word for word, frame to frame for the terrible plot lines from the games. Sorry they didn't take them incoherent and retconned heel storyline and adapt it to a movie you would like. Let's face it, anything you saw in the anime would have made you mad. You hate it because that's what DMC fans do to everything in the IP. Yeah. If you're saying people who are fans of the IP don't like this because it doesn't match the games, whoops, wrong frame. Yeah, I hit the wrong screen. I don't care. That is exactly what people want. That is exactly what they want. That is absolutely what people want. That's exactly what I want. They want a actual anime version of the storyline that we love and desire. That's why people hated Halo. That's why people hated like Snow White and its bastardization. Like, there are so many perfect examples where they bastardized the essence of the thing and no one fucking likes it. In fact, I will just shout out, because I didn't ban this guy specifically because I want to showcase this. This person is so upset, and you know they're grifters when they start spamming every freaking comment, everything. It's like, bro, I know you're upset, but facts are better than words. And you can't beat facts, man. People just want the game. They just want the game. They don't want the bullshit. But you have grifters out there desperately trying to convince people otherwise. And here's the thing. You are the minority. You are the minority. Stop grifting and selling bullshit. Now, there's a rare opportunity with season 2. With season 2, Addy, 80, whatever his name is, has an opportunity to wipe clean. He can just make the whole invasion of hell, just make it in the background story that, oh, the humans failed and they got their ass kicked and, you know, we're back here. And then you make it to where Dante broke out of his stasis because apparently fucking humans are able to kick Dante's ass and put him in cryo freeze like he's fucking Master Chief. Make all that disappear, like he broke out months ago, all this is failure, life has kind of gotten quiet, Dante's returned to just killing demons and the humans don't want to fuck with him. And then they could build off of the whole story of Virgil being possessed by Mundus, and they could do like a Devil May Cry 1 kind of style thing, introduce Trish, that they could save this, so they could salvage this. And maybe I hope that they can take the feedback, because if it's like this, there will not be a Devil May Cry 3. There won't be a season 3. Just like there wasn't a Halo season 3. They have the opportunity to take all the negativity, to look at the real results that they're getting. Who cares about critics? That's not what's putting food on the table. They have an opportunity to fix the bullshit. And people are like, you just want the game. Yeah, that's what fans want. They don't want fucking garbage generic assery. They don't want this shit. There's a reason why this failed. No one fucking wanted this. They wanted this. This is what they wanted. They wanted the good. Man, I fucking hate tourists. I hate grifters. Like, the American bastardization of things is so annoying. I just cannot wait until they give up. I'm tired of taking things that we love, like Halo. It's another series I loved, and they butchered the fuck out of it. Hell, even Star Wars has been going down the drain recently, and it's being turn into a dumpster fire. But that's not my turf. I'm not going to the Star Wars world. I'm sticking to Devil May Cry. Anyways, I hope, and I call it hopium, copium, that they do this justice. They do number 2 justice. They have an opportunity to do course correction. They have the opportunity to learn from the failure of Halo, the TV series season 1. After all the criticism, they have the opportunity to learn and to get their head out of their asses. But they listen to people like this. No one's gonna fucking like it. You're gonna get this. Sorry. Facts mean more than feelings. So I know I did this video, and I know there's gonna be people seething. See the way, kiddos. See the way. Facts mean more than words. I'm gonna watch it. Not hate watch it. I'm gonna watch it in hopes that they do course correction. Because no one fucking wants to see the thing that they love be bent over and just raw dogged. And not the good raw dogging. Like, you're just watching a cactus being shoved up there. And you're like, dear God, what are you doing? So no, I'm not actively hoping for failure. I'm hoping that they do course correction and it is a banger. Don't do this. Go from this, course correct, to this. Devil May Cry 5 was an immediate course correction from this, and it saved the franchise. Please do a Devil May 5 course correction for the anime. Please. As always, hit the like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. Until next time, don't forget to game out. Peace. Oh, hold on. By the way, if you want to have a good story and you don't want to watch the shitty anime, here, the good games are on sale. You want the good Devil May Cry story? It's on sale right now for only $11-12. You want to experience a fantastic storyline that isn't the dumpster fire Netflix? Here you go. Now I leave you. Now you can game out and have a good story. I'll see you next time. Peace.